Hello. The voters of Bedford have elected a Liberal Democrat candidate as their new mayor. The Conservative candidate was beaten into second place despite a high-profile campaign which included visits by party leader David Cameron.
The result was announced just after 3:30 this afternoon, and this is how it finished. Dave Hodgson for the Lib Dems, just over 13,500 votes. Parvez Akhtar for the Tories, just over 11,500. The two independent candidates, the Labour candidate and the Green Party, had all been eliminated earlier. The turnout was just 30%, which means that 70% of people chose not to vote. Let's get the full story now from Joel Mapp in Bedford.
Stuart, yes, this is where Bedford chooses its leaders, and today it chose not an independent candidate like before, but a Liberal Democrat. This was a two-horse race, a straight fight between the Lib Dems and the Conservatives, and for once, the Tories fell short. For 7 years, Bedford has been run by an independent, but no longer. Now its leader, its new mayor, wears a yellow rosette. The Lib Dems already had the most seats on the council, but Dave Hodgson's victory now gives them extraordinary power in Bedford. And hearing the news, party leader Nick Clegg rushed up from London to join the celebrations. He campaigned in Bedford in the weeks before the election, but so too had Conservative leader David Cameron. This is a rare defeat for him, and there are those who believe Conservative central office was to blame. And here's why. The Tories selected their candidate in an open primary. Parvez Akhtar was chosen not by party members but by all voters. The selection was a surprise, and it seems this experiment was a failure.
Well, I think that actually came to a head at the open hustings. I think if you look at it, it's the borough councils versus county councils, and maybe some of the reasons that central office imposed a system on them because they didn't believe the two sides could work together.
Just months before a general election, Labour suffered another heavy defeat. Its candidate came fifth.
I held on here and in our region in the European elections, and I believe with 7 or 8 months still to go, with very hard work and with Labour sticking by tough decisions and doing the right thing, that everything is to play for when it comes to the general election.
There are only 18 months before the next mayoral election here, 18 months for Dave Hodgson to make a difference.
Joel, David Cameron will presumably be disappointed because he came to Bedford to support the candidate.
That's right, real disappointment at Conservative Central Office. He was here twice, the party leader on the campaign trail, and party chairman Eric Pickles was also at that controversial open primary. That was an idea from Central Office, and it was one of a number of experiments from them, trying to get people more interested in politics. But the turnout just 31%, and the Tories lost this by 2,000 votes. So there may have to be a rethink in Tory Central Office about these primaries. Also, it's left some local Tories seething. Behind closed doors, they say this system was imposed on them, and some say it feels like they've been kicked in the teeth.
Joel, thank you very much indeed. And you can hear more from the new mayor of Bedford in the Politics Show, Sunday at 12 noon on BBC One.
One of the region's most talented gymnasts is on top of the world tonight after creating a bit of British sporting history. Daniel Keatings from Corby has won silver at the World Championships. We'll hear from Daniel in a moment. After this, from Jonathan Park.
No one's ever doubted Daniel Keatings' raw talent, but nerves have been a problem in the past. And with the gymnastic world watching, he chose the best place possible to prove that he was now the real deal. It wasn't the most difficult routine on the high bar, but it didn't need to be. Keatings already had a medal in one hand. It turned out to be silver, with the Japanese gymnast Kohei Uchimura deservedly winning gold. Daniel's hometown Corby is trying to reinvent itself. Sport is playing a big part, with an Olympic-sized swimming pool and now a new world silver medalist to inspire the locals.
It makes me proud, so I think a lot of people would be proud of it. I certainly am.
No, I don't know much about him, but I seen him on last night and it was good.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's quite an amazing young man. I'd love to see him again, actually, if he's performing live in the area.
Every week, Daniel travels 400 miles from Corby to his club in Huntingdon, training for 35 hours. Silver medals don't come easy. The production line is working well, with others ready to follow in Daniel and Olympic medalist Lewis Smith's footsteps. Some of them have a long way to go, but Daniel started as a 5-year-old, Phoebe and her mum Jo can't help but be impressed.
They love it. They just love it, and they love seeing the elite gymnast training. It just inspires them. It inspires us all.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic to have one in. It's sort of testimony to the hard work that we know he puts in and his coach puts in as well, and superb for the little ones.
Behind him all the way is the coach who's helped drag British gymnastics from the floor to the podium, Paul Hall, head coach at Huntingdon. The one thing he hasn't done yet is update the posters on the gym wall. Mind you, it's worth saving some space, with Keatings now a gold medal prospect for 2012. Jonathan Park, BBC Look East.
Well, when I spoke to Daniel late this afternoon, in truth, he was still pinching himself.
I'm over the moon. Coming into this competition, just making the top 8 or the top 10 was a dream. But actually becoming the silver medalist has just made a dream reality, so I'm so happy.
I'm sure you are very happy. Are you slightly disappointed it wasn't gold or not?
No, not really. I wasn't really expecting a medal. I just came in here to do my routines. Top 8 was what I was hoping for. Anything else was a bonus. Obviously, coming away with a silver medal, I'm ecstatic. So.
And at what point during the competition did you know that a medal was in the bag?
Well, after the vault, I was in quite a good position, and I knew that P-bars was one of my stronger pieces. So I knew if I hit the routine like I've done it in training, then I should be with a chance of getting a kind of medal. And all I had to do was stay on the high bar.
Of course, this must do a lot for your club in Huntingdon. Lewis Smith's already been very successful, now you. What do you think it means for your club?
Oh, it's going to do great for our club, just because there's two kind of champions in a way from our club. We're going to get so much publicity as well, trying to raise money for the new gym. So.
And of course, everybody now will be talking about 2012. Are you actually thinking about that or not?
Yeah, I mean, because it's going to be in the O2 Arena, I got a little taste of what it's going to be like yesterday. And I think it's just going to be amazing competing here in front of a home crowd and with everybody supporting you. I can't wait.
And what's the atmosphere like inside that arena?
Oh, it's amazing. Everybody's screaming for you. It is really nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it keeps you going. You're always wanting to please the crowd.
And of course, Lewis is through to his final. Will you be staying to support him, or is that it for you now?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be supporting him the whole way through the competition, hoping for him to get another medal for GB.
Well, congratulations. Everybody, I'm sure, is very proud of what you've achieved, and we'll be keeping our fingers crossed for the future. Well done.
Thank you.
That is fantastic, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Later on Look East.